Counter play, Drake. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They stay on the ground with Drake. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Here's Andy Lee now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They start on the ground with Elliott. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Prescott's pass intended for Michael Gallup. Incomplete. He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Murray. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Give him 2 yards on that play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Murray a give. This is Drake. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
Here's Andy Lee now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. Here's Andy Lee now. And in double overtime, this needs to be a good one. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Prescott to throw it. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Corey Peters there to bring him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Coming to you, coming to you. 58, 58, come on, 26.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance out field goals from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one.